Hey guys, and welcome to Curl Dislike. These are basically videos of things I dislike, so you might agree with them, might not. With that being said, let's see what today's topic is. Curl dislikes, allergic reactions or allergies? Yeah, I really do. I used to not suffer from them, but well, allergic reactions, obviously everybody can have them. It's one of those that sucks, but allergies are ones that I never experienced until recently. I don't know if it just clicked because I was older or excuse me, or it just happened out of the blue. I'm not sure, because I was not allergic to anything, and these are things that pretty much suck with certain people, where allergic reactions or allergies kick in, and you're just like, oh man, I'm not feeling good, or your nose just blocks up, or your throat swells up. But I'm gonna just explain some experiences that I went through or I saw. So here's my first one, and I'm gonna begin more with an allergic reaction that I had. There was one time I was at work, and I guess I touched something that just made me blow up. I mean, this was probably the worst allergic reaction I had. And I remember I was stowing, and I was putting work into like the bins, and all of a sudden I get this angry itch, and I just keep scratching and scratching, and I keep working and I keep scratching, and I'm like, oh, what the heck? It got to the point where I noticed my arms are already turning red, and I was like seeing little bumps and stuff, and I'm like, what the heck? And I'm like, all right. And once I lifted up my shirt, I noticed I had an allergic reaction all over my body, all over it. It was up to my neck, it was around my cheeks, it was everywhere, even my legs. But my legs, I didn't scratch as much, but I just realized that how bad I got hit. So I asked the supervisor if I can go to the infirmary to just get this checked out, and then they gave me a cream, and it was basically to basically stop the itch. I go back to my workstation, and I just continue working, and all of a sudden I just keep feeling that angry itch. And I tell them, listen, I gotta go back because I'm still terrible. And then they were like, yeah, go right ahead, because they were seeing it. I'm like, I lifted up my shirt, I'm like, look at this. This is horrible. And then I went back, and then they gave me even more. So I remember going to the bathroom, I took off my shirt, and people were looking at me like, what the hell are you doing? And then I'm like, I have an allergic reaction. But I guess they noticed it because they saw my whole body was red, and I just kept putting this cream all over my body. And I was just like, wow, this sucks. It was one of my worst experiences. I never had an allergic reaction like that badly. I don't know what clicked it. I don't know what happened for me to just basically be like scratching, but that was just terrible. It was a terrible feeling because your body just kind of goes into like this berserk mode, and you don't even know what to do. So yeah, it's just one of those that just sucks. And the other one that I guess that's been affecting me now is lately is that if I go for if I stay home, I don't really feel any type of allergies. But once I get outside, this has been more recently. Once I go outside, my nose gets stuffy. My eyes start having this feeling of I need to scratch you, and it just sucks because I'm like, what the heck is this? So I'm assuming it's because we're going to spring, or it's already spring, and it's just like the pollen and all this stuff that's just blooming is going in my face, and it's just terrible because when I'm starting to drive, I'm just like it's just horrible, and I can't deal with that. I don't like it. And it's no, excuse me. But it's just so horrible that you get these allergic reactions towards pollen. And I know it's allergies, but it's just like, oh my goodness, my eyes start hurting, and then my nose is start stuffing up, and I'm just like, what the heck is this? It's just horrible. Like I can't say much besides it's horrible, especially since you're driving and you're just like and like, damn, like, wow. And then you start sneezing, and you, oh, I gotta keep my eyes on the road. But when you sneeze, your eyes close too, and then your eyes want to start itching. And I'm just like, oh my God, what the heck? It's just terrible. And you start getting the redness around your face. Oh god, it's horrible. It really is horrible. Like, it's one of those experiences that I'm just like, Now, the other one was terrible for me, but this one's just getting to that point where it's just feeling more obnoxious. It's like, I don't want to go outside because I know my eyes are going to start killing me. And that's basically what I get. And besides the stuffy nose, but pretty much that's all I get of it, that it affects me. Now, the other ones I'm going to talk about, these, I basically dealt with them, but they were not from me. They were from people I noticed. And I remember one time I was one of my roommates basically had peanuts, and he just had such a bad allergic reaction that his throat swelled up. He was not able to breathe. He just went straight to the hospital, and it was just a pretty scary moment, because if your throat just, and then you're like, can you go to the hospital? Like, you're like, whoa, what the heck is going on? And turned out he was allergic to a certain type of peanut. And I was just like, what the heck? And he didn't know. He never experienced this. And he was like, oh, would you like to try these? I'm going to just say cashew nuts, but I'm not sure what it was. But he had it, and all of a sudden, wah! And I'm like, what the? And the same thing happens to my brother. My brother is also, he can't have shrimp. If he has shrimp, he goes straight to the emergency room. Because I didn't know that he's actually allergic to shrimp. And when that happens, it's just like this horrible feeling within your stomach to your throat, and it's just like you go down, and it's just like, what's going on? I never asked him like how was his experience, because he doesn't really eat shrimp, and it was pretty much happened when he was a kid. So I'm assuming he was just like, it sucks. I can't breathe. My insides start burning, and I'm just like, wow. And I met another a previous partner of mine who also had a shrimp reaction as well. Now, it sucks when you're allergic to animals. I mean, I love animals. Glad I'm not allergic to animals, but when you have an allergic reaction towards animals, that's another one that really sucks. Like, some people are allergic to cats. My grandma's husband cannot be near cats because all you see is his nose gets stuffy. Achoo, 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 achoo. I mean, that pretty much sucks. He likes animals too, but he can't just be near cats because their fur just gets everywhere, and then you're just like, achoo, achoo, achoo. Same goes for dogs that have a lot of fur, and their fur goes everywhere, and you're just like, achoo, 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 achoo. And that pretty much sucks for anybody who also is allergic to some type of animals. I remember one time I saw this girl, and we were gonna hang out, and she pet I'm not gonna say a stray dog, but he pet some person's dog. She's like, oh, you're a cutie. And from there, she ended up in the hospital. And I was like, what the heck happened? And I forget what she took. I think she took like I can't remember. I remember something with a P, and it basically was just to help her go to the hospital and then just end up in the bed, because in an emergency room, because it just got into the point where her face just swelled up and she was red, and I'm like, and she's like, I'm allergic to dogs, and I'm like, well, then something was wrong with that dog. But yeah, it sucks when it just happens out of nowhere. That's another thing that it really is a bummer, because you could be at work, you could be driving, you can be at home, and it just smacks you right there and then, and you're just like, what is going on? And you sometimes you're just not knowing what's going on. Like me, my case, I didn't know what was going on. I just felt itches. My eyes start hurting, and I just get itches. So yes, allergic reactions or allergies, depending on which one happens first. I know they're pretty much allergies, but allergic reactions are worse, because it could be from a chemical that just hits you and just like starts burning your freaking arm, and that can be also another thing that happens. And there are chemicals that go into your eye and just start burning. So those are others that really are not allergies, but those are allergic reactions, and you're not used to something like that. So yeah, allergic reactions and allergies are two things that are just terrible. For me, they just happen in different kind of aspects to me. I feel like they're allergic reactions, but one of them wasn't allergies. The other one was something else. So It's one of those that are just hard to distinguish which one is which, but I really do dislike them. So with that being said, I got a special thanks for you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.